Good morning students, welcome to Web Technologies class. In today's class, I will start the third unit. Okay, so in the first unit I have explained about HTML. In the second unit I have explained the CSS. In the CSS, one more chapter is there, that is web designing principles, that I have not explained. After completing this practical part, that is a theory part. So after completing all the practical parts in JavaScript, in the JavaScript also second unit is a theory part. So JavaScript second unit, third unit second chapter, second unit second chapter, two topics I will send you the videos. Okay, so first we will complete the practical part. Okay, because we have some practical programs on this. First we will complete this, then we will go to the theory part. Okay, now in the third unit we are going to learn about JavaScript. Okay, actually why we are learning this? In the web technologies actually we have three units. First unit is HTML, second unit is CSS, third unit is JavaScript. HTML is used for displaying the content. Okay, so whatever content you are displaying using HTML that are truly static. Means just we can present the information but we cannot perform any action. We cannot submit our data to a server. Okay, we cannot provide any dynamic features on the browser window using only HTML. Okay, we need to include more languages. More dynamic languages so that you can create your web page more dynamic. Okay. Now come to the second unit. In the second unit we have CSS. CSS is a presentation document where we'll give the information about your presentation of your document, styles of your HTML element, that's it. But using a CSS we cannot provide any content, we cannot display any content on the browser window. Okay, that is our second unit. Now come to the third unit. In the third unit we have a JavaScript. It is a programming language. As I already said, first unit in HTML it is a static pages. So we can't provide dynamic features to your web page. So if you want to provide dynamic features to your web page, you need to include any other dynamic programming language inside your HTML. So in your syllabus you have a JavaScript that will include inside the HTML so that you can create interactive web pages. Understood? So using HTML only we can present the information. But if you want to submit any information to the server, it is not possible. Why? Because HTML is a static. It is used to present the content only. It won't perform any dynamic features after displaying content on the browser window. So if you want to perform any dynamic features on the browser window, you need to include dynamic programming language. So here we are including one dynamic programming language, JavaScript. Okay, so JavaScript is a script language. Okay, JavaScript is a script language which provides dynamic features to your HTML. Next, this is a client-side program. Okay, this is a client-side program. Client-side program means this program resides in our system only. It is not downloading from a server. Okay, so it is in a client-side programming only. So it is easy to run and it is easy to do programming using JavaScript. And one more point is main advantage is the object-oriented programming. It is an object-oriented programming. Here we have number of objects. If it is object-oriented program, it is easy to write the program. It is easy to module the program. Okay, now one more thing is this is collaborated with HTML. Means you can include this CSS, JavaScript inside the HTML. So when you include this script language inside the HTML, then what happens? It is easy to design web pages which provide the interactivity. If you want to create interactivity to your web pages, it is a condition that means it is not condition. You need to include some programming languages because programming languages provide dynamic features. Using only HTML it is not possible, no? So it is this JavaScript programming is having a dynamic features, and it is easy to include this JavaScript inside HTML so that easily you can create interactive web pages. Okay, so this is an introduction about JavaScript. First one is it is a scripting language, means it is similar to programming language only. Scripting means it is having a limited number of functionality. Suppose if a Java like that programming, if that programming languages and having some 1000 functions. JavaScript is having like 400 to 500 functions. The purpose, everything is same, but whatever functionalities it is providing, that will be less compared to other programming languages. So that is why it is called as a scripting. Okay, and it is a client-side programming. It will be in our window only. It will be in our system only. So it is easy for the compilation and execution. Actually, it is not compilation. It is direct interpretation JavaScript. Okay, so these are the features of JavaScript. Now we'll learn about advantages of JavaScript. What are the basic advantages of JavaScript? Okay, I will give you the list of the advantages. Here I have given a list of advantages of JavaScript. Okay, first one is the speed. JavaScript is providing a speed as an advantage. How the speed of a web page will be increased. Because whatever JavaScript code is there, that will be inside the system only. So it is easily you can execute your program. Okay, so that is why the speed of loading website will be increased using the JavaScript. Simplicity, because in JavaScript it is a programming, it is a scripting language. So whatever functions you are getting, that are very similar to other programming languages. Simple functions it will provide and simple interfaces it will provide, which helps the user to do the program very easily. Okay, it is very simple. The next one is very popular, because why it is very popular is whatever programming languages are there, with all the programming languages you can include JavaScript. Means it is easy to include JavaScript in other programming languages. Okay, and actually why it is popular is more browsers. Whatever browsers are there, Internet Explorer, Mozilla, Firefox, everything. Every browser will understand JavaScript. So it is that is why this programming language is very popular. Okay. The next one is interoperability. Interoperability means this programming language can mingle easily with other programming languages. So that is also one of the advantage of JavaScript, interoperability. Loading time. See, this program resides in our system only, so it won't take much time to load into the browser window. Okay, that is also an advantage. Rich interfaces. This program is having a number of interfaces which allows the user to communicate with other programming languages. So that is why here also we have one advantage, that is the rich interfaces. Versatility. So versatility means actually, what is the versatility? It can extend our program, and it can work in a different sides. It works in a client side, it can also work on the server side. Okay, so that feature is called as the versatility. Okay, versatility means working in more than one place. Here the JavaScript program is working inside the client window and inside the server window, server side also. So that is called as the versatility. Now come to the less overhead. As already explained, using the JavaScript, the browser is having a lower overhead advantage. What it means? It is inside the system only, so no need to load the same program number of times. That is in our system only. Just if you call that program, that will be loaded in the browser. So these are the advantages of JavaScript. Okay, this material I will send to you the group. Okay, now we discuss about how to use this. As already said, using the JavaScript means we can do the program, but you cannot present information on the browser window. So if you want to present anything on the browser window, we need an HTML. So using the JavaScript program, if you want to present any input or any dynamic features on the browser window, then what is the condition? This JavaScript should be included inside the HTML. So here the question comes, how to include JavaScript? And it's very important. How to include JavaScript inside HTML. Okay, how to include JavaScript inside the HTML language. Clear? So there are two ways to include JavaScript inside the HTML. First one is inside HTML document, and the second one as an external file. Okay, so in two ways you can include JavaScript inside HTML. One is inside the HTML document only, and the second one you can include JavaScript as an external file. Okay, we'll create a document in a separate file and we'll include that inside our HTML document. Okay, now we'll discuss about first method inside the HTML document. Inside the HTML document. Inside the HTML document. See, as already explained, HTML is only the static language and JavaScript is a dynamic language. In order to provide dynamic features to the browser window, here what we are doing is we are including JavaScript inside the HTML. So how many methods we have? Two methods. Using the two methods you can include JavaScript inside HTML. So in that, the first method is you can include JavaScript code inside the HTML document. Inside the HTML document also, you can include JavaScript code inside the head section. The second one is inside the body section. Okay. So first method is using inside the head tag only you can include. And the second one is using the body tag. Inside the body tag you can include the JavaScript code. Okay. Now come to the first method, HTML head. So if you want to include JavaScript, then here you need to include a separated tag that is called as a script. Script tag. Using the script tag, you can include JavaScript code inside the HTML. Script type equals to text / JavaScript. So this is a tag. Okay, what is the use of this tag? Script tag. Using the script tag only we can include JavaScript inside the HTML. Okay, so whatever code is there, means the code what you want, what JavaScript code you want to write, that will write. This is the code. And close the script and close the head. Next, open the body. What content is there that you write? Close the body, close it. So here, actually as we know that here inside the head tag, whatever you write that will not be displayed on the browser window. Okay, so inside the head tag, if you have written the script tag, inside the script whatever you have written, that is called from the body section. Because as we know that the inside the head section, whatever you write that will not be displayed. That should be executed from the body section. So here, like you can, if you want, you can give the functions inside the head section. That you can call from the body section. Okay, understood? So this is about the first method. Okay, so in the first method, what we are doing, we are writing the JavaScript code inside the head section. Inside the head section also, we'll use a script tag. Using the script tag, we can include, means between a script opening and closing, you can write a JavaScript code. Understood? So the JavaScript code, if you want to include JavaScript code, the first method inside the head, inside the HTML document, the first one is you can include inside the head section. If you have included JavaScript code inside the head section, then what happened? Whatever you have written in the head section, that will not be executed directly. That should be called from the body section. Okay, this is the first method. But the thing is, you need to remember, this is the JavaScript. So wherever you write a JavaScript opening tag, from that script JavaScript will start, and wherever you stop, wherever you write a closing, there JavaScript code will enter. Okay. Now second method, first method only you can include inside the head section, and the second one using the you can include JavaScript inside the body section. Okay. Inside the HTML document only you can include JavaScript inside the head section. The second one is you can include JavaScript inside the body section. So as usual you write HTML, next head, title, example JSON, even we can give the title, and close the head section, open the body tag. Okay, inside the body tag also, if you want to include JavaScript, then you have to write a script tag only. Script type equals to text / JavaScript. Okay, understood? Script type. Script is a tag. What is the use of this tag? You can include JavaScript inside the HTML. Right? Now, here I am writing JavaScript code. I am writing close script, close body, and close HTML. Okay, this is the first one. Okay, inside the HTML directly you can include JavaScript. In head section you can include, and in body section also you can include. Okay, now come to the second one. Including JavaScript as an external file. Including JavaScript as external file. External file means what? We won't include JavaScript inside the HTML. We'll write that JavaScript in a separate file and that will include inside the HTML. That's it. Okay. So here first you need to create JavaScript file. JavaScript code. Okay, there we have JavaScript code. The second one is the HTML. And how to include? Actually here we need two files. One is the JavaScript and the second one is the HTML. After creating these two files, this file I want to add in a HTML. Then how to add? Where to add? Okay, so where to add comes into the picture. Then we'll discuss about the head section. In HTML, if you are taking any external information, you are taking any external file, you are including any external file inside the HTML, then what happened? That should be included inside the head section. Okay, then inside the head section, how to include? Using the link tag. Link. Okay, link. Relation. Relation is a script. Type text / JavaScript. Next, href equals to name of the JavaScript. Name of the JavaScript file. Okay, understood? So here, if you want to include JavaScript as an external file, then you can include inside the head section. Using the link tag, we can include. If you are including JavaScript inside the HTML document, then using the script tag, we include. If you are including JavaScript as an external file, then using the link tag, we can include. Link relation. What type of relation with the HTML document and the document which you are linking? That is a script. Type, what type of document it is? That is a text file. The third one is a href. What is the name of the external file? Like a.js with a.js. It is a JavaScript. This tag already I have explained in the external style concept. There you have a link tag, right? Similarly, here also we are using the link tag. Only relation script type same type text by JavaScript. And next href. What is the name of the external file? What file you are including inside the HTML? That information will give. Next, close the head, open the body, and you write the content. Here example, whatever content you want to write, you write. Close the body, close it. Okay, so this is the second method. In the first method, we included JavaScript inside HTML. In the second method, what we are doing, we are including JavaScript as an external file. We'll write that whatever JavaScript code is there in a separate notepad, and using a link tag will give the link to the HTML document and the JavaScript document. Okay, you take screenshot of this. And now I will explain variables, how to declare variables in JavaScript. Next one is variables. See, actually, what are the variables? Variables are called as storage unit. Okay, what variables are called? Variables are called as storage units. Storage units means it is used to store the value in a variable. Sorry, it is used to store the value. Okay, so here when we will discuss about a variable, you need to learn only two things: how to declare and how to print. How to declare, how to initialize, it is one point, and how to print that. Okay, so what are the methods available to declare a variables? What are the variables? Variables are storage unit. If you want to store anything inside the system, then we need a variable. So how to declare a variable is, in JavaScript we have a keyword called var. Okay, var, name of the variable equals to var. Okay, so example, var a10. So here we don't have a predefined data type like a int, float and char. Whatever variable it may be, that should precede with var keyword, name of the variable equals to var. Okay, but how the JavaScript will give a data type to a variable? It is nothing but depends on the value you are storing in a variable. Based on that, it gives the data type. Okay, example here I have assigned integer value. Then internally it is treated as integer variable. Okay, so that is, here we have only one method. If you want to declare any variable, that should precede with var keyword. Okay, understood? And var keyword, name of the variable equals to value. This is the syntax for declaring a variable. Now here you need to follow some conditions when you are declaring a variable. First one, if it's a variable declaration, it should not start with the number. It should not start with the number. Means like this it is. Var 1a1 a1 equals to 10 you can do. But var 1a you can't do. Why? Because according to the rule, a variable name should not start with a digit. It should not start with a number. The second one is, variable name should not be a keyword. Like it should not start with the keyword. Okay. Like in JavaScript we have a keyword called prompt. Okay. Prompt is a keyword. So you can't give that as a variable. Prompt 10. So keyword should not be a name of the variable. That is the second rule. The next white spaces are not allowed inside a variable. Like this var. A should be single word. If you give A not to B, it won't accept. Always the name of the variable should be single word. And white space should not allow this var A space B. Always the name of the variable should be single word. Even white spaces are not allowed inside the name of the variable. Okay. So when you are declaring any variable, it is a condition that you need to follow the rules. The first one is a name of the variable should not start. That is it. A name of the variable should not have a keyword, which always a keyword should not be used as a name of the variable. Okay. And next, this always a variable name should be a single word. It should not have a white spaces. It should not have any special symbol. Okay. So now in the HTML document, how to declare this is, you see HTML header node, you can directly and later on inside the body tag, body script type equals to text / it should be JavaScript. Okay, next you declare the variable. Here I am declaring the variable is var a equals to 10. Now I am printing this document dot write. Okay, what is the output? This is output statement and output is later I will explain. And close the script, close the body section and close the HTML. Okay, so this is about your JavaScript variables. Okay, what are the variables? Variables are storage units which are used to store some value when you are doing the program. Example, if you want to calculate C equals to A plus B, A value and B value should be there inside the system. Okay, so if you want to store anything inside the system, then we need a variable. So, but when you are declaring a variable, you need to follow some rules. A variable should not start with a digit, a variable name should not be a keyword, it should not have any special symbols like this. Okay, so this is only the introduction part of JavaScript. What is a JavaScript? It is a scripting language, it is a client-side scripting. We'll include this inside the browser window. Okay, and we have advantages also already have explained. And how to include JavaScript inside the HTML. You can include JavaScript in a HTML document and you can include JavaScript in a body section also. Okay, so inside document also in two places you can include, in the head section you can include, in the body section you can include. Whether you include in the head section or the body section, how it should be included? By using the script tag, it should be included. Okay, and script type equals to text forward slash CSS. And if you want to include JavaScript as an external file, you create that file in a separate notepad and give the file extension as .js because that is a JavaScript file. Next, you write a link tag inside the body section. So inside the head section. Okay, whatever code you have included using the link tag, that will be invoked in your program if you include JavaScript inside the HTML using the link tag. Okay, so this is the introduction of JavaScript. In the next class, we will learn about data types and what is the output statement and what are the messages inside the JavaScript. Okay, thank you.